What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Luis the dating coach. In today's video, guys, I'm going to talk about how to set up a definite date. The problem with dates sometimes, or setting up dates, is that women can be flaky, or men just do not know how to make a definite date. And the difference between a maybe date and a definite date is that you usually have a time, a day, and a confirmation of availability, versus just winging it and saying, hey, how about let's try this weekend and see what happens, right? That's a maybe date. So to set up a definite date, guys, a lot of times it's really how you approach the woman and how you set it up. And the very important thing about setting up dates, it's almost like if you're in sales, right? When you're in sales and you call the dealership, let's say for a new car, first thing they say is, hey, when's the best time for you to come into the office, so that we can go over the numbers, you can look at the cars, you can test drive it. So basically they want you to go and meet them in person. That's how they try to sell you. It's the most persuasive way to complete a sale. And so obviously they have to find out when you're best available. And that's the same thing in life, guys. Life is a negotiation, whether it's your work, your job, the girl you have, the friends you have, the things that you've been able to achieve. A lot of it is just because you've negotiated your way to it, and sometimes we don't even realize it. So if you are trying to set up a definite date, the best way to go about it is when you ask the girl, hey, when is your best availability? Or how about you look at your schedule and you let me know what days you're off or available. That way we can get together. You want her to look at the days that she actually has for sure off or available, and that way she's not last minute canceling or saying, oh, you know what, I forgot I had this to do, or oh, you know what, I forgot this came up. You know what I mean? Because they will do that a lot of times, guys. In order for them not to do that, you have to see when they're best available and give them the time to look at their schedule and actually get back to you after they've looked at it. That means they've actually looked at their schedule and they've made sure that there are no other things going on that day. And that's the day they're gonna get back to you. And obviously if it works for you, then you'll set that date up. So for example, let's say I just met a girl, everything is cool, she's texting me, I'm texting her back slowly, and then right away I wanna get to the point. I don't wanna just linger on texting back and forth. So the first thing you do is, well, hey, look, I'd love to get to know you more, or I'd love to keep catching up. Check your schedule and let me know what days you're available so we can grab a drink. That is how I would word that. That is how I would usually go about it. And I would just wait for them to get back to me. If they just say something like, okay, yeah, I'll do that, then you say, okay, great. I'm hearing, I can't wait to hear back from you. Looking forward to that. I'll talk to you soon. And leave it at that, guys. If she still continues to try to talk to you, that probably means you're texting a lot back and forth. I'm not saying ignore her, but definitely take longer to reply. And just do not continue to talk to her in a way where it seems like you're just going back and forth. You know what I mean? The phone is really for setting up appointments or setting up dates in this case, right? That's really what the phone is for. You get a call, you set up an appointment, and you complete a sale or you complete a task. If you're just using it to go back and forth with somebody, especially with a girl, I can assure you, you are going to turn her off. You are going to bring down the attraction. A lot of people that are texting back and forth, and it's very new, everything is new in the beginning, they've actually told me, no, it's exciting, I love talking to this person, blah, blah, blah. That's fine, but keep that up. Keep that up, and now she's going to expect it. Now she's going to know your every move. And after 3-4 weeks, it's going to get boring, and she's actually going to go and find the guy that's mysterious. So if she's talking to 2 guys at a time, and one is texting continuously, the other one is taking her sweet time, but making dates, trust me, the guy that is setting up dates, taking her sweet time, that is harder to get to know, he is going to be the one that is intriguing to her. Now, you can do this for yourself and test it yourself, but that is my observation, guys. So with that being said, in order to set up a definite date, that is how you want to go about it. Let's say, all right, hey, look, how about you look at your schedule, you let me know what days you're available, that way we can go and grab a drink together. And word it in such a way that she has to get back to you guys. And if she's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll let you know, then you just say, okay, great. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. You know, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Something like that, guys. That's all you have to say. And you have to be patient. You have to wait until she reaches back out. The ball is in her court, guys. You do not go double texting. You do not go and, hey, so did you figure out your schedule? Now, let's say a whole week and a half passes by and you still haven't heard from her. Does she seem like someone that's very interested in you? Probably not, guys. So why are you still wasting your time on that person? Just let them reach back out to you whenever they are available. And I've actually seen it happen where after almost that 2-week mark, they finally reach out, and I didn't break that no contact area. I just let them be. Ball was in her court. And when they finally did reach out, all I said was, great. Let me look at my calendar real quick, or let me look at my schedule real quick, and I'll confirm. Took a look, made sure I was available. I didn't have any plans. Once I made sure that we both had the same day available, hey, you know what? That works for me. What do you say I pick you up at 7:30 or 8? You know what I mean? And that's how you want to go about that, guys. That is how you set up a definite date. The problem with saying, hey, let's see if Friday works for both of us is, or let's say if you put the date as a man, right? Let's say you're like, hey, let's do Friday night at 8 p.m. It looks assertive. It looks like you are the leader. You're setting up the day, and that's good and all. But if she hasn't looked at her schedule, if she hasn't confirmed it with you, she can always pull that last minute card out and say, oh, you know what? I completely forgot I had this to do. Or, oh my God, you're going to hate me. Something came up. Or, oh my God, guess what? Whatever. You know what I mean? Which can still happen, guys. But if you do it the way I'm telling you guys, she has to look at her schedule. She has to make sure there's nothing going on. And now here's the thing, guys. If she does that, if you set up a definite date and she tells you, you know, what day works for her, and that day comes along, you set up the date, and let's say she said Friday works for her, right? So you confirm Friday, 8 p.m. Okay, cool. It's Friday, and it's, let's say, 6 p.m. and you hear from her. Oh my God, guess what? I'm so sorry. You're gonna hate me. Blah blah blah. At this point, guys, here's the thing. You're going to hold her accountable for her canceling. So let's say, obviously depending on the situation, right? If she's like, oh well, you know what? I forgot my brother had a game at his high school or whatever. Then you can always say something like, oh, okay, well, look, you had told me that day that you were available that day. That is why I made plans for that day. But okay, in that case, you know, look, check your schedule again and let me know when you are for sure available, and we can try it again then. And that's it, guys. Log off. Don't talk to her. Don't say nothing. If she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, what are you gonna do tonight or whatever, just be like, well, in that case, I'm gonna go out and hang out with some friends, you know? And that's it, guys. Keep it at that. She's gonna want to probably talk to you, but remember, your job is to set up a date, set up an opportunity for sex to happen, guys, and hang out, have fun, and hook up. That is the formula. And until you start doing that, guys, there's really no reason for you guys to be going back and forth. Your time is limited, it is exclusive, and if you give her more of your time, she's not going to see you as an exclusive item, as an exclusive product. She's going to see you more of just as another guy. So you want to be hard to reach, you know, a little bit mysterious. Women love mystery, but they also love a man that is a man of his word, because then they can trust you. And so if they can see that you are trying to plan a date and they flake, and all you're doing is saying, well, first of all, you're holding them accountable, and secondly, you're going to set up another date by doing the same thing. Okay, well, how about you look at your schedule and make sure for sure that you have that day available, then get back to me. That's how I would word it, guys. And a lot of times they'll just say something like, okay, yeah, I'll this time I'll look at it for real or whatever. And now they know you're not bluffing. Now, if they do it the second time, guys, at that point, I wouldn't waste my time on that person. I would say, hey, don't worry about it. we'll just do it another day, and that's it. I wouldn't touch it again, because now it just looks like they're canceling at every opportunity, and they're not respecting your time. They're not respecting you as a person, and they're gonna lose you because they couldn't just hold their word, right? Their word doesn't mean much. So why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't mean what they say and say what they mean, guys? That's my take on that, guys. If you guys have any questions or any comments, leave them down below. If you want a one-on-one coaching session, go ahead and email me. Email is down in the description. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys soon.